here we are for September's episode of Inside TYPO3. Bit of an anticlimax compared to last month's episode. Kendall, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well, in a matter of speaking.
Today's episode, we have a slightly different format. We've both got quite a bit of news to share with each other. So, first of all, I wanted to check in after the developer days. And that was your first developer days as well. So I wanted to find out how that went for you. Have you recovered?
So to speak, yeah. But now we're going into a very busy season of travel and all things TYPO3. So I'm just going head first. What about you? How was your developer days, even though you're somewhat of a veteran?
It was awesome, as always. I had some really good feedback from Ralph as well about the shout out we gave to him at the end of last month's episode. He was really pleased with it. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was really good to have loads of people from the UK coming over as well, which was a big first for me and everyone in the UK community. So yeah, definitely happy. Looking forward to it again next year. And praying for air conditioning next year, but we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe next year you can leave with a tattoo of a squeeze box so you can really remember the event. We'll see.
I'd love that. I'd love to get Ralph's squeeze box tattooed somewhere on my person. But yeah, something to think about. So we've both got some pretty cool news to share with everyone this month. Do you want to go first with your recent trip to DMEXCO?
Yes. So I just got back last week from DMEXCO in Cologne, and I was really blown away with TYPO3's booth there. I didn't quite know what to expect from the renderings, but seeing it in person was really significant, especially because we were situated right in the middle of everything going on. So in Hall 6, next to the tech stage. So a lot of really influential people from very big companies around the world giving talks, within stone's throw of where we were standing. So that was really cool to see. We also had 8 of our partners who joined us in Cologne. So they each had their own booth and had a lot of, from what I understand, good talks, leads from the event. So what I found really interesting as a newcomer to this as well, so I have an interesting point of view with fresh eyes to everything this year. Yeah, the TYPO3 presence at DMEXCO was significant because our booth was 99 square meters, so pretty large, standing there. And it was just really a testament, I think, to how we're trying to be involved in part of the conversation and stay relevant and remind people that TYPO3 is still here and how we can serve different areas, industries, and yeah, just be a part of the conversation. So we had quite a lot of people stop by, ask questions, wanting to just talk to us and learn more because their companies are using TYPO3 or they used TYPO3 in the past, or they're interested in changing their CMS, and even simply just asking what open source means. So those were some fun conversations to have and just kind of, either familiarize or, get back in touch and connect with people who are familiar with TYPO3 from over the years. So long story short, a really successful event, 2 days, action-packed, lots going on. We had our own barista, so I was well caffeinated, and we had a really fun cocktail party at the end of the first night. And so that was really fun to have everyone kind of gathering around the booth and seeing what we're about and also getting to socialize.
Well, that's really cool. And I have to ask, as someone who's been adopted by the people of Dusseldorf, did you try the Kölsch in Cologne, their native beer?
I did try Kölsch, and I have to be honest, I'm a fan. I really enjoy it. I drink it on my own, so no need to convince. I'm sold, but I know that there is a little bit of a divide there between.
And do you prefer it to alt beer?
Do I prefer it? I don't know if I prefer it, but I do enjoy it. That's my diplomatic answer.
Cool. That's a really good update, and it's. I saw the video that was published on YouTube, I think yesterday, which was the recap video, and it looked like a really cool event.
Definitely.
So yeah. Nice. So I've got some news to share with everyone, and it's a labor of love that I've been working on for quite some time now. With the upcoming release of TYPO3 version 13, I've been working on a set of short feature videos that cover each of the new features coming out in version 13. We published the first video last week, which was all to do with the backend entry point in TYPO3. This week, I'm about to publish the second video, which is all about how you can mass edit metadata in the page tree and in file list. So between now and the LTS launch, which is in October, you'll be seeing a new feature video coming out every Thursday. Next week, we're going to be looking at download presets, followed by taking a bit more of a deep dive into site sets and the more recent changes that came out in TYPO3 version 13.3, which came out last week as well, which is surrounding the admin panel for site sets as well. So if you're looking to use version 13 soon, or you're looking to upgrade, keep an eye out on our YouTube channel for our new videos coming out every week. And then looking forward into the next release of TYPO3 version 14, you can expect the same kind of content to be rolling out going forward, covering every major release now as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. The feedback so far as well has been positive from the community. People seem happy with them as well. No one's shouted at me yet, which is good. So yeah, that's my big announcement for this month.
So with all of the buzz and the excitement building for V13, and then of course we have the launch party in Hamburg, the official release party, what else are you working on? Because I know these videos have been a labor of love and something that you've been having a lot of fun working on, but what's next for you in terms of projects?
So we've been taking a look at the analytics for our YouTube channel, or TYPO3 YouTube channel, and there are two very popular videos that need to be remade for TYPO3 version 13. The one is a introduction to TYPO3 that I made in 2012, which covers TYPO3 version 4.7. For some reason, that's still really popular. So I need to go back and remake that video for TYPO3 version 13, because between version 4.7 and 13, quite a lot has changed, as you can imagine. So I'm going to go back and redo that because there's still clearly a lot of demand for introduction content to TYPO3. And then the second most popular video is related to building site packages. So we're going to go back and write a new course linked to or all about making site packages in TYPO3. So we're going to go back, break that down, and make some new content for that as well. So that's my kind of plan once the version 13 videos are done.
Very nice. And as we're talking about projects that we're working on, places will be, you and I will be seeing each other very soon for the TYPO3 camp in Vienna because it's in English. So looking forward to that. Panos, our other communications manager, will also be joining. Him and I will be giving a talk, more on that at a later date, but we're excited to kind of give an update of what the communications team is doing on the side of the GmbH and just, walk through the funnel of what happens with a piece of content and how we distribute it on all the different channels within TYPO3. So that's exciting, but you're looking forward to going to Vienna as well. Is it your first time going?
No, I first went to Camp Vienna in 2017, and that was the last time I went there. So it's been a while. Quite a lot has changed as well. So I'm looking forward to going back. And I always remember how beautiful the city is as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing everything again. And I think we're allowed to say this on the podcast. We're also doing a wine tasting tour on Friday, which has been organized by the event organizers. So I'm really looking forward to for doing that. There's more to it as well. I believe we're taking like a walking tour around the north of the city as well. So a bit of exercise and a bit of Austrian wine for the warm-up for the event.
I was going to say, well, I'm partial to Austrian wine because just as everyone liked to learn that I was an introvert, I'm also an Austrian citizen. So of course it feels good to go back to Vienna and Austria as well.
If we move to the Saturday of the event, Daniel's kicking it off with his keynote at 11 o'clock, with obviously registration and morning coffee taking place beforehand. And then we've got sessions throughout the day. I believe people are taking their TYPO3 certifications as well on the Saturday. And I think it's a bar camp format as well. So people propose ideas for talks. And then the attendees vote on which talks they'd like to see take place as well. So it's a nice format. You never quite know what to expect. So it's going to be good.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. I have been really excited for an English-speaking camp. Going to the General Assembly in Switzerland was really nice because most of it took place in English, at least the General Assembly portion of it. But then the actual camp, of course, was in German. So I'm just looking forward to being a part of it. And having you there as well and Panos. So I'll see you in Vienna.
And if anyone does spot us and they say hello, I think we'll have to buy them a drink as well, because we're really keen to get feedback from listeners of the podcast as well. So if you do see us, please do stop by and say hello as well and give us some feedback as well, because We love to hear from you. And if you have any ideas or you want to even come on the show and say hello, please do so, because we'd like to hear from you.
Definitely. And then as we look to the rest of the season, so obviously next month's episode, we're going to be covering. So looking ahead into October, we have SmartCountry Convention happening in Berlin, followed immediately by the TYPO3 Berlin Camp, which I think is taking place in Kreuzberg. Then we have TYPO3 Camp Vienna following that, and then we'll go right into T3Con in November. So quite a lot of things happening in the next 2 months.
Absolutely. And don't forget, we have a community sprint taking place just before T3Con as well. So the week directly before T3Con, there's a big sprint taking place at the GmbH headquarters in Dusseldorf as well. And I think people can still sign up for that if they wish to participate in the final community sprint of 2024, which is cool.
Will you be there as well?
I'd like to go, but I think between being there for T3Con and the GmbH party the week after, that would mean 3 weeks in Germany. So I don't think, I don't think I can do 3 weeks. So it's too, I'll miss home too much. So
You'd officially be German at that point. So
either that or my Brexit visa will expire and I'll get deported. So it's one or the other. I don't think I can even say that, but I'm going to say it.
That would be a great episode, actually.
Yeah. Tom gets deported.
Well, if you see us at any of the upcoming events, or again, as Tom said, if you want to give us feedback, please reach out. We always want to hear what you're looking to hear from us. And again, this episode was just a small catch up between the two of us as we go into the heavier months where we're going to have more content and things to report back on. And we hope to see you all at one of the events upcoming.
Absolutely. Kendall, as always, nice to speak to you. And I'll see you very, very soon.
See you then.